All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DrewCast, episode 54. And tonight with me, because he wasn't here last week, but tonight I got Justin back with me tonight. He's feeling a lot better, so yeah. I do want to apologize because last week the video quality was not up to par with what me and Justin usually put out. I literally didn't have Justin last week, so I shot it by myself. And, you know, I noticed after we were done, like the video looked a lot darker than it usually is, and my daddy's mistake. You know what I mean? Daddy made a mistake. Usually Justin's on top of that shit with me. So yeah, I didn't notice. So I wanted to apologize for that. And we do have a lot of topics that I'm going to get into tonight. We have a lot of fascinating stuff I want to talk about. But before we do, earlier this week, NFL Films put on their YouTube channel the Michael Vick documentary. If you guys don't know who that is, he was an NFL quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons and the Eagles. I think he played for the Steelers too, but you know, I don't want to get into all that. The documentary hit a lot on his career, but a lot of it was centered around the dogfighting stuff. Horrible stuff he did. Horrible stuff. Back when that was all happening, I was a kid. So now that I've had time to grow up as an adult and like to, you know, view that story for what it is, there's a lot of, we're going to hit a keyword here, guys. A lot of this episode is going to be centered around the word forgiveness. You know, last week I touched on mental health. I touched on depression with men. This week we're going to touch on forgiveness. And where do we as people draw the line when it comes to that word? I know a lot of people, when it comes to like family stuff, personal stuff like this, where do we draw that line? For Michael Vick, there was a girl, I don't know if you saw the video, Dustin, that I sent you, but in the video, the girl that works for PETA, which that's a horrible name, by the way. I know, but like that's a horrible name, by the way. She was just getting shitted on in the comments, bro, because she was like being super rude about Michael Vick. She kept calling him a sociopath. She was basically mad that this guy was getting a second chance. Remember when he went to play with the Eagles? Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of people who they was not having it. They were not having it. And my question to those type of people is, what does this guy have to do? What do people like Michael Vick have to do? It's almost like there's nothing they can do because you're never going to be satisfied. Like this guy could literally come out of prison and do 100% the correct thing, and this lady still called him a sociopath. So forgiveness is like a weird concept because like everybody has a different idea of it. Everybody has a road that leads to forgiveness. You know, I can forgive him for what he did to dogs because he did his time. He came out and has been advocating against, you know, dogfighting. He's put his money where his mouth is when it comes to dogfighting. I mean, he's literally, when you hear him talk, you can hear the remorse. So like someone like me, I don't know who Michael Vick is. I don't know him personally, but I'm like, okay, you know, I can move past the dogfighting stuff because you've paid your time, you've paid your dues, and you continue to advocate against it. But it seemed for that lady, she was not having it. So there's different things because let's say, for instance, when it comes to like family trauma, you know, or toxic family members, you know, in my case, like I don't really have a good relationship with my mom, like at all. I don't have a good relationship with my mom. But there's some people that when they hear that, oh, but she's your mom, bro. You know, like, but she's your mom, dog. She did this, but she's your mom. Like, have you ever seen the movie Dustin, Mommy Dearest?
No.
Okay, it's about a Hollywood actress named Joan Crawford she was like super big back in the day in Hollywood, and the movie's about how she like kind of like mentally and physically abused her daughter, and all that. So if that daughter came forward and people were like, but that's your mom though. It's like, it's kind of along the same lines of, who are you, bro? Like, who are you to tell me that? I don't know. Forgiveness is such a weird, it's not a weird topic. It's
not even about like moms, but I kind of hate when like anything in general is like that. Like, you know, that's my brother. That's my uncle. That's my grandpa. Like, okay. So they're just excluded from
controversy.
Yeah.
They're excluded from like any type of criticism because they're your, that goes back to,
you know, like the Jim Jones thing that just happened where he was like talking about like making out with his mom.
Oh, that was disgusting.
When like the girl, I
don't get
know,
any ideas, mom.
I don't know who the reporter was that like asked him that, but she asked him like, oh, like, you know, your mom like put her tongue down your mouth, and he was like, that's my mother.
That's my
like,
mother.
okay, so she can't be held accountable because that's your mom. That shit's so fucking weird, bro.
I know it's not. So I know dog fighting and this isn't the same. Ever since social media became like a really big part of our lives, it created like a hive mind of thinking. Everybody has a voice now. Everybody has a. Ironically, everybody has a podcast. Me, right? But I got a couple comments on my TikTok video before about that. It was actually kind of funny. I think I showed you when I deleted it, by the way, which I don't give a fuck, but it was rude and the name didn't make sense. But regardless, everybody has a voice, right? So, you know, you're gonna get those type of people, no matter what. If you're a warrior for just like this type of stuff, move, keep your head up and move forward, because that's all you can do. You're never gonna please everybody. You're never gonna make everybody want to be on your side. No matter what you do, you could literally do the right thing 100% of the time. He could have never fought dogs, and people still gonna hate this guy. So I feel like if you pay your debt to society and you like actively are showing afterwards that you're a changed person and want to like do good in life, you shouldn't face. But he says it in the documentary. He's like, oh, I knew coming out of prison that I was gonna get this type of treatment, and like, you know, I'm the one who did it. And that, come on, bro. Like, there's no. So I know we're going back and forth between topics, but the Jim Jones thing, like, bro, what? This guy, like, when I saw that, I was like, what? That it kind of goes back into what I was saying when people hear certain things about what I have to say. Oh, but that's your mom. That's, bro. It kind of goes back into like protecting, like, you know, when I was talking about toxic family members and like when to let go of them and when to move on, because just because someone's your family doesn't mean you got to put your tongue down their throat, right? But doesn't mean, but it kind of goes back to like society kind of protects them. A lot of families have that, bro. It's actually very fucking weird to think about, but a lot of families have, they're either hiding the family pedophile, or they're hiding like the mom who makes out with the son, or the mom who put her son in debt, or the mom who's like just a pillhead, or the mom who's a junkie or not. Like, it's like literally, we can't break the cycle. I talked about that last week. We're never gonna break the cycle if we keep protecting those type of people. I'm sorry if people don't want to hear that. Like, if you don't want to hear that, cool. But that's the problem with us. I spoke about this last episode. Jay Fiddy was telling me he liked that part of the episode, so thank you, by the way. But it's true, guys. You're never gonna break the cycle. You're gonna keep passing it on to your kids if you don't teach them correctly, man. This is the Michael Vick thing, everything we're talking about, this is a perfect thing to teach your kids, man. Like, hey, people fuck up, bro. People fuck up, and you have a choice. Either you make a change and you pay your debt to society, or you continue just being a piece of shit and we can judge you then. But it's the court of public opinion is a very harsh thing. The very harsh thing. You know, I want to teach my kid, like, hey, you know, it's wrong that Michael Vick did that. If I have kids, hey, it's wrong that Michael Vick fought dogs. What did he do? I mean, obviously.
No, like, just the way you said fought sound like fuck. So it sounded like you said he, yeah.
Yeah, fuck dogs. No, but, it's like, what did he do once he got caught until now? What did he do as a person? We're going to judge his actions based on his character. Did he come out of prison and still fight dogs? Did he come out of prison and still secretly do all that? It doesn't seem like it. So who's that PETA lady to say all that stupid shit about it? Like, you know, the sociopath thing, when like PETA's not really a good company.
Yeah, you know how in boxing they tell you it's not about how you get knocked down, it's about how you get back up.
Yeah.
Like that kind of literally applies to like real life. Like he got knocked down with the dog fighting, but like how did he get back up? And
yeah,
Michael Vick did way more than he should have, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he's still doing it to this day.
I would have forgave him just off like some of the game winners he had in Philly.
Yeah.
Fuck all the rest of this stuff.
Fuck all the rest of the shit, bro. Nah, I mean, it comes down to it too. Like, you know, hey, you guys are so harsh on Michael Vick, right? There's people who are harsh on Michael Vick about this, but you hide your family pedophile. You hide the fucking person in your family who's doing drugs all the time and alcohol and Where is the criticism for them? It's true. You guys are so ready to like Michael Vick shouldn't have a career and Michael Vick shouldn't be able to support his family and advocate against dogfighting. But where's that energy for people in your family who are equally as bad or toxic? Sorry if the P word offends people too. And I know it does. It offends me. But there is people who that happens. Bro, there's hella families that I've seen it with my own eyes in my entire life where it's like, bro, the problem with humans, before I go to the next topic, there's a huge problem with us, right? This so fucking bothers me, dog. This fucking bothers me, but like we see the problem. There's the problem. Here's the solution. But we just never have the balls as like a group of us to change it. I can give you guys thousands of examples. Hey, like let's say me and Justin, me and Justin see there's a problem. Here's a solution. But if nothing gets done, it's because we're not applying that solution to that problem. You guys notice everywhere on Earth, hey, why are we mass killing animals? That sucks. Nothing happens. Why are we putting all the trash in the sea? Nothing happens because we don't do anything, bro. We all see the problem. We know the solution, but we just collectively go, It's like, don't look up. I talked about that a couple episodes ago. It's literally, there's a fucking asteroid coming towards Earth. We should do something. Everybody's like, yeah. You know what I mean? When it comes to toxic family members, hey, maybe someone should tell mom to stop fucking drinking every night.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Or even her. She's like, yeah, I probably should. It's like, hey, maybe someone should tell the fucking family fiddler not to do that to people anymore. Hey, that's gross. And yeah, maybe I shouldn't let my fucking kid spend the night at his house. Sorry. It's just like we see the problem, we know the solution, but we just don't take the steps to do it. That's why we are stuck in the place we're stuck at right now. That's why all of us are just worn out. We're like tired as fuck. We all know the 9 to 5 is trash. We all know all the stuff we do for the country, for our country. Like, all the stuff we do, we know it's stupid. We know it's a waste of our time, but we don't do anything. And speaking of forgiveness, here's someone I might not be able to forgive, bro. I might not be able to. I know it's kind of dramatic to say this, but this guy, Joss Whedon, like, and by the way, why didn't his parents just name him Josh? That's fucking annoying. Yeah, like now we have to go out of our way to say Joss instead of Josh. I should just call you Josh Whedon. I should just call you Josh Whedon, dude. I have to go out of my way now to say Joss. No. But speaking of forgiveness, this guy's going on a fucking campaign tour, apparently. And not seriously a campaign tour, but this guy, I first heard of it because he had something published in the New York, right? And I'm telling you what, guys, what you're about to hear might be considered a rant, but I don't know. But I love DC comic books. I love the characters. You guys know this. We've spoke about this in the past before. I love that. I love it, dude. Batman, Superman, sign me up. It's like some of my... It's like something you don't grow out of. That's why my nephew is super into Spider-Man. And guess what? That guy's gonna fucking love Spider-Man when he's my age. You just don't stop loving that stuff. The love you have for these characters follows you your entire life. That's why I'm almost 30 years old, and when I went to go see fucking No Way Home, I cried. That's how impactful these characters are. You know, and it makes me mad because DC hasn't been doing good compared to what Marvel's been doing. Marvel has earned the right to experiment with the female Thor, experiment with the female Hulk, experiment with the female... Whatever they're trying to do, they have... Or, you know, Loki and all that. They have the right to do that because they've done so well for us fans. They went through all... The Infinity War saga was so long. I think it was like, what, over 20 movies, technically? If I'm not wrong, and we can fact check that later, but... You know, they gave us all these great movies, and not every movie was great. Not every movie was. Some of the CGI scenes were kind of bad, but they gave us good movies. They've earned the right to do that, right? DC hasn't. But I'll get into that later. So Joss Whedon, right? This guy, he goes on to say Ray Fisher is a malevolent force. He literally says malevolent force, and then he says is a bad actor in both senses. You know, and Ray Fisher was claiming, I did this a couple podcasts, I think about it last year or two. I talked about Ray Fisher, how he said Joss Whedon was abusive, gross, unprofessional, would whiten his skin tone in editing. Had a problem with him using stereotypical tropes that would offend black people. He said, hey, this is clearly going to offend black people. Like, why are you using it? Well, I'm the writer. Don't worry about it. And, you know, Gal Gadot came out against Joss Whedon. Said he threatened her career. And you know what Joss Whedon had to say? Oh, English is not her first language. And I tried to be annoyingly... Sorry, I apologize. He goes, English is not her first language, and I tend to be annoyingly flowy with my speech. That's what he said about her. That's what he said about Gal Gadot, which she ended up responding to his article, saying that she understood him perfectly. Man, I don't know if that bugs you, Justin, but like, you remember how we talked about just a couple of minutes ago, how you see the problem? Here's the problem. Here's the solution. DC's not doing that. Hey, look at Marvel and what they're doing. Do you ever hear this shit about Marvel? Do the Russo brothers come out and say, it's fucking Black Widow's accent. Or not Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. You know what I mean? You don't hear the Russo brothers saying this. You don't hear... what is his name? Bro, the guy who did... he's directing the new Thor movie. Tiki... Fuck. I'll put it right here. And I'm sorry if I fucking botched that, but... You know... You don't hear this about Marvel directors, man. You don't see this. DC's like, oh, hey, I know what we're gonna do. I know what's gonna make us successful. We're not making a Man of Steel 2. No, we're gonna make a female Superman. Michael B. Jordan Superman. Like, we're gonna put Joss Whedon. Oh, hey, you know what we're gonna do? Zack Snyder's daughter just died, and we're gonna take him off the film. We're gonna put Joss Whedon on the film, and we're just gonna let him abuse everybody. Yeah. Isn't this the same fucking week where Ben Affleck came out and said he had one of the worst experiences of his acting career?
I think it was like the same day, yeah.
Yeah, while doing Justice League. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why Ben Affleck said that when you guys let this guy fucking run amok on the film set. He said Ray Fisher was a bad actor in both senses, but I think collectively, if you watch the Snyder fucking cut, in the Snyder cut, we all think that Cyborg's part was one of the best parts of the Snyder cut. Ray Fisher is not a bad actor. When you watch the Snyder cut, you're like, damn, he killed that shit. Where was this in the Joss Whedon cut? You know what I think? I think it's racially motivated, man. And at this point, there's no proof, but it is what it is. Is it not racially motivated? When you see the original version to the Snyder cut, after what Ray Fisher said, what Gal Gadot said, you see the Snyder cut, dude, it is racially motivated.
I don't know. Ben Affleck's white. Gal Gadot's not white, but she's might as well just be white. You
could have a point. I think it might be. You don't think it might be. Hey,
no, I'm not
I could
saying
be
like
wrong.
The whole
though.
thing. You're saying the whole thing is.
No, I'm saying his part. I'm saying his part is racially motivated. When he cut out a lot of Cyborg's part for.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
That's what I meant. Not the whole movie, but that part does seem to be racially motivated. I guess he made a joke with her where he said he joked about a scene she wanted to cut out. And, you know, he basically goes, oh, yeah, nothing. She'd have to basically tie me to a train track to cut the scene. I don't know, man. Like, just sucks, man. It sucks that DC. Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. I don't hate the DC characters. I love Batman and all them. Like I just said, I love Joker, all that. But the company that owns these characters, you guys either have to do better or go. Seriously, we're in the golden age of comic book movies. This is the time. This is it. The golden era of comic book movies, bro. And you know the one company that's not fucking at the top? The one with the best characters. How? How is DC not at the top? If it sounds like I'm ranting, it's because it is. I fucking hate this shit, bro. For years, I've been saying this shit. I feel like a broken fucking record when I say, oh, where's Man of Steel 2? I said it earlier in the episode. You see the solution? Female Superman. Here's the solution. Female Batman. Man of Steel 2? Michael B. Jordan Superman. Man of Steel 2? Superman's son is gay. Who the fuck works at DC, dude? It's almost like they don't like DC. The people who run the show, it's almost like they don't like the characters. I'm excited for the new Batman movie. I'm excited for the potential of a Joker 2. I'm excited. I kind of want to see The Flash. But they're talking about how The Flash is supposedly supposed to fucking erase everything in the Snyderverse. And there'll be a new Justice League with a female Superman and a female Batman. I don't know, bro. I don't know if I want to see it now. And it's not because everybody's turning into a female, but it's like, we didn't even get a Man of Steel 2. We haven't even got a proper fucking Flash movie. Now they're doing Flashpoint? You can have Flashpoint, don't get me wrong, but does it have to be the first fucking Flash movie we get? Hey, Joss Whedon, bro. We talked about forgiveness earlier in this episode. I don't know if I can forgive that, man. You kind of single-handedly ruined Justice League. You ruined Justice League, and now you're going around saying, oh, well, Ray Fisher's a bad actor. Gal Gadot, her English is iffy. You know, like...
Yeah, I know. We were just talking about Michael Vick doing good things on his redemption arc. And then this guy, his first, like, attempt at saying sorry...
He's like, oh, English is not so good.
Sorry, your English is bad. Sorry, you're
a bad actor.
Yeah, like...
It's like, bro, you know what you could have done? You could have said, hey, Ray, I'm sorry if I did anything to make you feel this way. I 100% apologize. Hey, Gal, I'm so sorry for giving you that type of treatment on set. It wasn't my intention. You know, hey, I'm from the old school. We do things differently, and I'm learning to, like, not be like that. You know, something like that. Not, we're going to whiten your skin, and you're not, the English is no good. I don't know, but I'm talking like Mario right now, but it's like, bro, seriously. But something good coming out of DC that I want to see. So Willem Dafoe was talking to GQ, guys, right? Which I love the GQ stuff when they talk to actors about their legacy in their movies. This guy had an interesting thing to say about the Joker. We've all seen the memes and the pictures of people wanting to fan cast him as the Joker. If you haven't seen it, we'll put it up right here. Come on. He's the Joker, right? He literally looks like the Joker. In particular, I know you played the games. I didn't, but I've seen you play the Arkham Knight Joker, right? Where it's like super wrinkly and like the hair just looks like really bad hairline. Like, yeah, he could do that. So his quote in GQ, he said, there's something interesting about, like, if there was a Joker imposter. So it would be possible to have not dueling Jokers, but someone that says to be the Joker that isn't the Joker. It kind of opens up the possibility of an interesting story, particularly if you had Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. Then you had someone who was either imitating or riffing off what he did. I fantasize about that. Yeah, I know my boy Ricky's hella happy hearing that because he did send me an article or a YouTube video back in the day where there is, in DC, like in the comic books, there's like 3 Jokers. There's 3 different Jokers, and you never know who the real Joker is. And like, bro, that would be cool. If you're not going to give us a Willem Dafoe Joker movie, it would be cool if in Joker 2, there's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker and Willem Dafoe's Joker, and you just don't know who the real one is.
Didn't they already start making the second one, though?
Oh, did they? I know they weren't. I thought they were like writing it, but I don't know if they're done. Well, not done, but I don't know if they even... I don't know how far they've went into the second Joker movie. But like, hey, as a fan, this could start getting people back on board with DC, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to do it. But hey, if you're not going to give us a Willem Dafoe Joker or make Willem Dafoe the Joker in the Robert Pattinson movies, like, at least do this. Like, that's cool. Okay? So we say Willem Dafoe Joker, Charlize Theron Joker. You know what I mean? I'm not shitting on her because she's amazing. She's won an Oscar before.
Are they actually trying to make her a Joker?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just making fun of what we did earlier. Hey,
that sounds like some stupid shit they would do, though. So.
Willem Dafoe Joker, Jonah Hill. You know? We don't. Everybody's like, hey, yeah, oh, that'd be good. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you Jonah Hill. Sorry, didn't mean to shit on DC so much, but I want to see Willem Dafoe's Joker. And if this is the way we get it, then let's go, bro. Yeah, okay, last topic for tonight. I do want to get into a show I like and a show that's going to be rebooted. You guys, please comment below, because I did the streaming wars before, but who has HBO Max, man? It might be the fucking GOAT streaming service, man. Like, it fucking... And I watched the Last Duel on HBO Max the other day. Shame on everybody who didn't see that movie. I guess that movie bombed at the box office. But it had Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, it had Adam Driver, and Ridley Scott. I mean, that's scary that bombs. You know what I mean? That's fucking scary that those names get together and that movie bombs, but it's actually a hella good movie.
To be fair, like anything that wasn't like Spider-Man, it's kind of bombed.
Yeah, to be fair, you are right. But it's like, hey, if you're just like a nobody trying to make it into Hollywood, and you see that movie bombed, because Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are actually really good producers and writers. Like, we've talked about that before. I mean, they're no joke, bro. They can actually write and make good material. So they did The Last Duel, which was based off real events. Loved it. So HBO Max it's getting there. But they also have Euphoria, which I love Euphoria, guys. If you have not seen Euphoria, watch it. It's basically like Degrassi, but it's like more... I don't want to say it's more vulgar, but yeah, kind of like there's more... It's definitely not everybody's cup of tea. You know what I mean? But Degrassi is supposed to be getting a reboot on HBO Max coming 2023. Instead of half-hour episodes, it'll be an hour-long episode, which gives... I like hour episodes. You could tell more story in an hour episode. You know, you can dive into characters deeper, give more development. Reason I'm bringing it up, though, is because not only am I excited about a Degrassi reboot, but they already have Euphoria, right? And Euphoria is already like about high schoolers who are doing drugs and sex, and it's crazy, right? So it's already kind of like that. What will be different about the Degrassi reboot that isn't the same about Euphoria? I don't know if they can make it much different, right? You can almost say Euphoria is like a rip-off of Degrassi because it's about high schoolers and it's about like just that general feel. And Drake does produce on it, which, where did he get the idea from, right?
Yeah.
He kind of just rebranded it to Euphoria. And like I said, if you haven't watched Euphoria, bro, they release a new episode once a week. It's not like how Netflix does the whole season at once. I'm on episode 2 of season 2. And I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it's a good show. Zendaya kills it. And if I didn't know Zendaya before all the other stuff she's done, she plays a good-ass junkie. She makes it believable. I mean, I'm around junkies like all the time, like at work, and like you just see them. Zendaya plays a good junkie, bro. I don't know if like it's acting, but like she kills it. And we almost got to see Zendaya today. There was a scene, and if you guys haven't seen it, spoilers, right? But there was a scene where like the drug dealer, or like the drug dealer's boyfriend, like makes her go into the shower, and he's like, "Yeah, I said take your clothes off. I want to make sure you're not wearing a wire." You know. I mean, all the pervs in the world were like, but it didn't happen. But hey, if the ratings go down, you know what to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good show. The guy who plays Fez, he's like the drug dealer, high schooler kid.
What do you mean he's the high schooler kid?
He's a high school, but he sells drugs.
Is his name Fez? You actually talking about the dude from that 70s show?
No, his name's Fezco, but they call him Fez.
Okay. I thought you were talking about Fez from that 70s show. I'm
No,
like, dude,
no.
he's like 40. How the fuck is he gonna be a...
Yeah, I mean, he'd probably, Fez. So the guy who plays Fezco, I heard how he got the part was just they literally walked up to him in the middle of New York. He was just walking down the street. Hey, you'd look like you'd be good for our show we have coming up. He thought it was a prank, like he didn't think it was real. It's like, what? Like, that's crazy how his career literally just started because someone on the side of the road was like, hey, you'd be a good white boy gangster drug dealer. Where is my fucking movie, by the way? But yeah. So I'm excited about the Degrassi reboot, but they need to do a couple things to make this show good, right? To get people interested. And it's the same thing that they did when Drake and all them were on Degrassi. They brought back legacy characters, right? They brought back Emma's mom, Mr. Simpson. They brought back those type of people. They brought back people who were in the original Degrassi show. I believe it was from like the 80s, 90s, that show. They brought those people back, right?
Honestly, I could just see, not Degrassi, I could see Euphoria ending and then just having this fill its fix.
True.
I've never watched Euphoria, so I don't know if they could just do that. But
well, I mean, if the show becomes super popular, I could see it going on for like 3 more seasons. You know, there's Sydney Sweeney's in it. Maud Apatow, which I don't know if you know, she's Leslie Mann's daughter. Which, by the way, does she not look like Jason Sudeikis, bro?
I haven't seen her.
Wait,
I know who you're talking about because she's been in movies before.
Is that his name? The guy from Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Mm-hmm.
His name's Jason Sudeikis?
No.
So who am I thinking of then?
I think it's...
Hey, look it up real quick.
Jason Sudeikis is the dude from like We're the Millers.
Damn it.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, but why the fuck did I forget his name like that?
Because his name's Jason. It's like Siegel or something like that, right?
Yeah, look it up real quick. But yeah, he looked...
Yeah, Jason Segel.
Jason Segel? Yeah, he looks like Maud Apatow. But her dad is Judd Apatow. So we'll put the picture up like right here, bro. But they literally look like each other. So when I used to see her, you know, in the movie This Is 40, you've seen This Is 40, right? She's in that show,
yeah,
she's in the movie, but as a kid. When I saw that movie, I was like, bro, she looks like Jason Segel. And the funny thing is, Jason Segel's in This Is 40. He's in that movie as the mom's trainer.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck, dude. But yeah, Degrassi, the show will do good if they bring back legacy characters. Like, hey, you can have Mr. Simpson again as the principal. You can have Emma come back. You can maybe a Drake cameo. You get Cassie Steele as Manny to come back. You know, you don't have to get the whole fucking crew to come back. But hey, how else are you going to get people to watch the reboot? You're not going to get people to watch the reboot because Netflix tried to do a Degrassi reboot type thing this in, where it was like all different people, and it was like, nah, this isn't, no, we're not doing this. I couldn't get past episode 1 on that Netflix show, bro. I could not fucking do it. It was garbage. It was horrible.
Yeah, Netflix is like really hit or miss with like their content.
You want this reboot to do good? You bring back Mr. Simpson as the principal. You get Emma. You get a Drake. You get Cassie Steele. You get the actor who played Sean. I love Sean. Remember this? And he was like the Eminem type kid.
Mm-hmm.
You get fucking Oh no, never mind. His character died in the show. Yeah, you get those people to come back. This show will be successful. And you know what other show you can kind of learn from, guys? You can learn from Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai pays respects to the legacy characters while introducing to you newer characters that you'll love. You know, they don't shit on the legacy characters and say, hey, everybody, but still love these guys, the new people. Still love them. I've been saying that about Cobra Kai, bro. Like, they do not shit on the legacy characters. They're just as big to the show as the new people. That's how it should be. None of us are going to watch Degrassi if you have a bunch of no-name nobodies, bro. Sorry. We're going to watch it if you bring back the people we love while introducing the new characters. It's the passing of the torch. They did that in the original show. But, you know, Degrassi, The Next Generation, they did that for that show. They brought back people while introducing new people. It's how it's supposed to go. I'm excited for it. Hour-long episodes, sign me up. I'm just a little scared because it kind of can blend in with Euphoria. Euphoria is the same shit, dude. To me, it's the same shit. So I'm actually interested to see how they'll do this because it's going to be on the same platform, kind of the same concept. And I really hope Degrassi doesn't go the whole woke shit, bro. Please stay away from the woke shit. People have a problem with Euphoria, because there's like drug use, sex. Oh, kids don't do that. I don't know what high school you guys went to, but at my high school, people were getting chlamydia, fucking, doing drugs, beer, all that, bro.
Yeah,
like
there was sex
tapes, you name it, bro.
Yeah.
Our high school, we were Euphoria. I mean, bro, like, we would go to house parties. I've seen people fuck on people's parents' bed. You know what I mean? But if you put it in Euphoria, it's too much. No, I really hope Degrassi does not go the route where like, hey, we're going to stay away from controversy. Because controversy is real. In real life, people do that shit. People really do that shit in real life. Like controversy, I hate when shows do that. Like, oh no, they show teenagers having sex. Blah, you know? Bro, again, I don't know what high school you guys went to, but at my high school, bro, we were getting it. There was a list too of all the whores at our school. Remember like the SLU list? You know what I mean? Like, so, bro.
Said all the whores.
Yeah. There was a list of all the whores at our school. Like, there was number one whore, and like, you know, it would go down the list. Bro, there was some girls who were proud to be on the list. Remember, there was girls like, I'm number one. You know what I mean? So, but if you put that in Euphoria, oh no, they made a SLU list. Whoa, you know, like, it's like, bro, come to my school then. I don't know if Marini is like that now, but fuck, dude. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't doubt it.
We were bad, dude. But yeah, that is tonight's episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Like I always say, guys, we are on Spotify, Apple Podcast. I'm on TikTok. If you guys are sick of my face on here, I do different things on TikTok, but I kind of post the material from here on there. Yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.